April is National Autism Awareness Month, and this is exciting. 1 in 36 children in the U.S. are diagnosed with autism, and every year that number grows significantly. And we have somebody here who's very special with us in the audience today who is passionate about bringing awareness to autism. She's an award-winning civil rights attorney. She's a legal commentator and autism awareness advocate. Please welcome my friend Areva Martin. Areva. Hey, Areva. Now, Areva, can you talk to us about the importance of autism awareness and why it should be recognized more?
Well, those numbers you just gave, Sherri, and there's a new study out that says African-American and Latino kids for the first time are being diagnosed with autism at a greater rate even than white kids. And for Black and Latino kids, it's 1 in 36 children who will be diagnosed with autism. So those numbers are so huge, and they say we need to make sure everyone knows about autism, understands what the warning signs are, and know how to get help. Because what I know as a mom of a beautiful son with autism is that if you get your child diagnosed early, you get interventions early, your child can live an incredibly productive life.
Yes. Look at your son. Because your son, he is on the spectrum as well, and you're talking about getting them diagnosed early to get them the intervention. How can parents go about getting help for their children?
Yeah, early diagnosis is so important. And again, in Black and brown communities, unfortunately, our kids tend to get diagnosed later than their white peers. So we want to make sure that Black and brown families know there's help out there. Go to your local school district. You can ask your pediatrician, your medical care provider. And then there's so many organizations online where you can go and find out where in your community, no matter where you live, what city you live in, you can find a clinician, a practitioner that can give you a diagnosis and then get you pointed in the right direction for services. And a lot of these services are free, so there's no reason that families should not be accessing them.
You know, you're the founder and president of the Special Needs Network. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, after my son Marty was diagnosed, he was about 2 years old, I was just traumatized, as so many family members are. Parents, you know, you have these big dreams for your kids, and then they get a diagnosis. So I had to pull myself up, get myself together. And in doing so, I learned there were so many families like me who were suffering, who were going through feelings of isolation, not knowing what to do. So I started this nonprofit, and over the last 15 or so years, I've raised millions of dollars for autism awareness. We sponsor so many free programs in Los Angeles and really across the country, just trying to make sure that kids, particularly those kids who live in underserved communities, have the same resources, the same services, and access to, we know, those things that will help them live just the best life that they can. So
I would say
thank you, Sherri, because you supported my nonprofit.
Absolutely. And that means a lot when you say you have to get early intervention. And I would say to parents, because my son was misdiagnosed. He was diagnosed with developmental delays, and he just got diagnosed as being on the spectrum only 2 years ago. And so it's very, very hard, you know, because when they get diagnosed late, it's a whole different, you know, trying to deal with that. It's really, really important. And I would say to parents, if you think, because you know your children, and if you think that there's something that is a little bit off, go and find the help. People kept saying to me, about Jeffrey, he's fine. You just have to bring your expectations up. You have to, don't label him, and he can do it. And I would go, there's something that is just not there. And I felt so bad because I kept getting shamed for putting a label on him, and you know, people just kept saying, he's fine, he's great, and so he got diagnosed late. So now dealing with that now. So if you think that there's something, go find the help. There's so many free services out here, like Areva said. So thank you so much, Areva, for being here.